We get 10?
Yeah, we've got it already.
Good. Actually, I have this itch. Okay.
But if you didn't before, you shouldn't do now.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm just trying to make sure that we have...
Excuse me?
And I was also pausing so that if when Martin sneezed, you know, we wouldn't...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was giving her subliminal messages.
Okay. Good evening, and welcome to This Week in Joe's Basement. I'm Joe. And this is my basement. Excuse me for a moment. Much better. Okay. Right. This Week in Joe's Basement. So, this Week in Joe's Basement, we're gonna respond to our fourth viewer call-in show. This is our opportunity to hear from you people out there in television land. And on this occasion, for our viewer call-in show, our challenge to our viewers was simple. We put two phone numbers on the screen and we said, got any ideas? And people did. And you'll see those phone calls and our responses to them later on in the show. But first, I'd like to respond to some viewer mail. Okay, got a letter here from our friend Him, a fellow who, an old friend of mine who used to write us often, but always refused to sign his name, or his real name at any rate. This time he writes to us at length as follows. Joe, at least your intro wasn't a rerun, and your old show on white-black race relations does justify a video revival in the light of recent events in Los Angeles. What does seem to be missed concerning the LA thing is the terrible irony of black people doing themselves in has occurred again. I don't think that Rodney King had much to do with the riots, but the point is that the blacks were about to get $1 billion worth of sympathy due to the Rodney King verdict. They were going to get money, they were going to get programs, they were going to get training, they were going to get more fairness in our legal system. But no, they had to go and have this awful televised riot, which managed to turn the sympathy that they were going to get into about $10 billion worth of bad publicity. The shame and the irony is that the outcome looks like it might have been planned by the Ku Klux Klan. So what can black people do about this? One kid in your video touched on an answer when he asked that the media not always portray blacks as gangbangers or pygmies, but instead bring out some positive news about them. The answer, then, is that they need a good, high-priced public relations firm. This first occurred to me during the Gulf War when I found out that the Kuwaiti government had hired a hot Madison Avenue firm that convinced the American public to defend a despotic little country run by a bunch of olive-skinned descendants of Jimmy Durante. During that war, in sense, we've heard about the Kurds, and I think these people need a name change. But I'm getting off the subject. What could PR do for blacks that would help with black-white race relations? My last image of black people in Los Angeles was a big line of them in front of the post office to get their welfare checks because the people in front of the post office were afraid to deliver them. Is this the Riverdale Shrimp?
Okay. Joe's Basement.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Okay.
You won't have the opportunity. So what am I calling about?
Well, you ever watched the show before?
Yeah, I've been watching it for a while.
Okay. Well, bless you. Anyway, no, we're looking for ideas for the show. We don't know what to do.
Really?
Yes, we thought we'd solicit some ideas from you, our viewing audience.
Wow. That's pretty hardcore.
Good evening, Joe.
Had any ideas for this week's in Joe's Basement? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ever seen the show before?
Yeah, you've got the most freaked out show I've ever seen.
Well, there you go. Have you got any appropriately freaked out ideas then?
You know something? I'm going to take your phone number down.
Okay.
And when I do, I'm going to call you.
Okay. But call us by 10:30, otherwise we turn into little pixies and fly away.
Well, if not, I'll call you next week.
Okay.
Hello, This Week in Joe's Basement. You're on the air.
Yeah, what is this?
This is This Week in Joe's Basement.
What the hell is it, though?
It's TV. TV at its very finest. Most
yeah.
original and insightful. It's a regular television show on Monday nights at 10 o'clock.
Okay, I just see two guys, like, drinking beer, looking at a computer.
Well, yeah, actually trying to come up with ideas. Do you have any ideas?
About what?
Anything.
Just say anything I want, huh?
Any idea you have. Actually, specifically what we're looking for is ideas for the show for next week's episode.
A whole evening full of suicide suggestions.
Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Yeah, ideas for future episodes you're looking for?
That'll do for starters, yeah.
Velveeta Cheese sculpting.
Velveeta Cheese sculpting.
Yes.
That's interesting. That sounds good. Okay, we'll get right on it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Joe's Basement. You're on the air.
I'm on the air.
You will be.
I will be,
Yeah.
okay.
You are.
Who
in
shall
the
I
future.
tell my idea to?
You can tell it to me.
I think that you should do a show called This Week in Joe's Bathtub.
Ooh, you'd like to see Joe in his bathtub.
I would. I definitely would.
Yeah? Can I ask your name and vital statistics? Joe's drooling over in the corner.
Oh, he is, I
Yeah.
see. Okay, my name... Oh, I'm a writer.
Yeah?
I'm F&E Incorporated.
Oh.
He just read some of my mail a little bit ago.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. What vital statistics did you want?
Joe, what are you looking for in a woman? He's at a loss for words.
Hello, Joe's Basement. You're on the air. Hello. Goodbye.
You have reached This Week in Joe's Basement. All of our operators are busy right now, but if you stay on the line, your call will be answered in the order received. Joe's Basement.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, man. How's it going?
I think I got some ideas.
Okay, what are they?
But some of them have to do with, like, illicit drugs.
That's cool.
Okay. Okay, I got a basic idea that maybe you guys should just have an episode where you get a bunch of people, like, together and get stoned and just talk and see what happens. And see what pops up.
Why doesn't, we can just have Joe do about 2 beer bongs.
Exactly what we put the number up for. Suggestions.
Punch it through your ribcage and rip your
Well, I'm saying, we can have Joe
Yeah.
do beer bongs and then puke in a garbage can.
Puke in the garbage can. Excellent idea.
I mean, what else is going on? I want to see him if he's going to drink beers, he may as well drink, do a couple beer bongs. Does he have a beer bong around?
Well, not handy, but I feel it's an excellent idea.
No, could you give me a, really?
Sure.
Is he going to puke on TV right now?
Well, I have to talk him into it.
Okay.
Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Yeah, I got some great ideas.
Let's hear them.
Yeah, first you get a barn owl, and you bring it to your studio, and you got to get a 3-eyed one.
Okay.
All right, if you get the 3-eyed barn owl, because it's a rare species of owl.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever see those?
No, I've never
They're
seen
found
one.
in the Pacific Northwest near Oregon.
Okay.
I used to have a pet when I lived in Salem, Oregon. It was a 3-eyed barn owl. I used to call him Hooter.
Okay.
Yeah, I named it after my mom.
Okay.
Excellent idea.
So what else do you do there?
And in the basement? All sorts of spectacular entertainments. Watch next week and you'll see.
Oh, next week we'll see everything?
Yes, including this phone call if I decide that it's witty enough.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Joe's Basement. You're on the air.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could, I got an idea for a future episode. How about Joe flossing his toes with women's undergarments?
A wandering minstrel Oh, hi. Well, I was feeling a bit grungy from a long day's shoot and lots of animated conversations with some rather demanding viewers out there. And, well, I had a little message for you people out there, actually a little form of complaint. As of those of you regular viewers of Joe's Basement know, our preferred method of discourse with our viewers is actually through viewer mail. And to that effect, in fact, I've supplied you with our viewer mail address on the screen in front of you. However, while we're always happy to hear whatever thoughts you viewers may have to share with us, somebody has taken the not-so-welcome approach of subscribing me to magazines, like Computer Shopper, for example, and this Guitar Player magazine, and another magazine from some publishing company, and Video Review, and billing me for it. And okay, you made your point. Will you stop now, please? All right? Thank you. Okay, let's get back to the show. Want some cheese whiz? Want some Cheez-Its? Yeah. Here. Ooh. You ruined them.
Hello, This Week in Joe's Basement. You're on the air.
I got an idea.
You have an idea. Please share it with us.
I can write a show about two guys, right?
What are they doing?
Huh?
What are the two guys doing?
They live life in the country with two beautiful women.
In the country?
Yeah.
It's a nice existence out there in the country, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And okay, so they're out there in the country, and what happens to them in the country? Where's the the drama and the excitement? When does that come in?
It's about to come in right now.
Okay.
When they're out there, they're having a great time.
They have a great time.
Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, out of the woods, come a cattle of buffaloes and trample all over them, stomp them to death.
The buffaloes, I love it. That's good. The buffaloes, they trampled these two fellas?
Yeah.
That's cool. We can work with that. Now, are they alive after they're trampled, or is that the end of the show?
No, see, they deformed and only one of their eyes worked. That's the end of the show.
Okay, now, both of them only have one eye, or they share one eye among them?
No, both of them only have one eye.
And that's the end of the show?
Yeah.
That's a very good idea, and we'll see if we can implement that. Thank you very much for your input.
Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Hey, I got an idea.
Oh, great.
Introduce some fanatical rock bands.
It could be anything grotesque.
Yeah, actually, the newer the better.
The newer the better.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You only got a couple minutes. You see all those books on his shelf?
Yep.
Okay.
Have them go through those books and see who can find the copyright 1969 first.
That's,
That's the idea, I mean.
Yeah, and it might be fun. I think it would play poorly on television.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
My roommate says a cooking show, but refuses to elaborate.
Thank you very much.
However, I said I'd mention it.
A cooking show. Okay, we actually did that once. We might try it again.
Okay. And I think you should do, like,
Does the
people
dog
who
really
go to
eat
see
Doritos?
summer concerts. I mean, you've got your Grateful Dead for weird people. You've got some heavy metal things coming through. You've got your Lollapalooza for the moderns. You know, the Moody Blues are coming.
So we should interview some fanatical rock fans, huh?
Yeah, I mean, or
Yeah,
even
actually,
ask them,
the
the
newer the
same
better.
questions like, what's your favorite color? I mean, like,
Yeah.
the Deadheads will really get into it, but I think you'll be interested to see what matches and what doesn't.
Uh-huh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, I called up on your other call and had you say shmoo. I just want to thank you for it.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So what motivated you to ask someone to say shmoo? Was
Well,
it?
I draw a little cartoon called the shmoo.
You do?
Yeah, I sent in a letter, but I don't think you ever received it.
I don't remember ever getting
No.
such a thing.
He's like a little mole, kind of. He's not like your mole, though.
No? He's a different...
He's fashioned after the Zodiac serial killer. He wears a little hood. So when's this going to be aired, then?
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I took that tape and I showed it to my art class at school and everything. The shmoo tape.
Yeah?
Taped it, yeah.
You were proud of it?
Yeah, I was very proud. I watch it. I watch it like all the time, man.
Mm-hmm. Did you get an A for it?
No, I just took it in to show my teachers.
Oh, that's good.
It wasn't any credit.
Well, you sure there's nothing else we can do for you this
Yeah,
time?
no,
Perhaps
that's
say blah, or,
No.
or geen, or...
No, they're funny words with it.
Just the shmoo. Okay, what's your name, man?
Huh?
What's your name?
My name's Matt Hillock.
Matt Hillock.
Yeah.
Oh, you sent us some artwork once. I must say, we thought you belonged in a lunatic asylum.
You did receive some of my stuff?
Yes. Yes, a long time ago. These drawings
Yeah, 'cause
that
I've
just...
been watching the show forever.
Forever and ever, yeah. How old are you?
I'm be 18 in August.
Oh, there you go. You
Yeah.
sound older, but you draw younger. I mean,
no.
younger, but brilliant, actually. They were pretty amazing drawings.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I didn't think you ever got them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'll try sending you some other stuff.
Yes, please do. Absolutely. We'll definitely put it on the air.
Thanks a lot.
That was some pretty intense stuff. I hope that your personality and your relationship with your parents doesn't reflect your artwork.
Well, no, I get along with my mom fine.
Great.
I don't know, but at 10:30 I gotta go see my shrink tonight, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, go say hi.
Yeah, okay. Okay, bye.
Thanks for calling,
Okay,
Matt.
bye.
So what's your opinion about voting?
I think if Mr. Manuel Noriega was as honest as he claims he is, he might make a good dictator here. But if he's not, he should be voted in for president and have Ollie North as a running mate. Because if he's no good, somebody will shoot him, then the hero will be the president.
So why is this on your mind today?
Oh, I don't know. I've been thinking about it for days. George Bush is a good-for-nothing person. And I don't know anybody else that's any good there, so
you think
either him or Noriega and Ollie North, or David Duke and Ollie North. Good combo, huh?
So you think those guys would do a better job as president of this country?
Well, there ain't nobody doing a good job now, so what's the difference?
Okay. Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Yes, Joe?
No, this is not Joe. This is Anton.
You're not live, right?
No, we are 1 week tape delayed.
Will this be on the broadcast?
If it's clever enough.
Would like to have sex with Oprah Winfrey?
I beg your pardon? Sex with Oprah Winfrey. Excellent idea, you know, but I think that she's expensive.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Also, simply for entertainment. So watch next week and you'll see. Yes, I'm doing this phone call if I decide that it's Woody and
Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Okay. Bye. So thanks for calling. Your idea.
He didn't just hang up, he said, and then he hung up.
Distinctive appeal.
Okay. What do you think of that?
I'll think about it.
All right, Joe, later.
Thanks. Thanks for calling.
So how are your calls, Anton?
Oh, pretty.
Good evening, Joe's Basement. Hello. Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Hi. I need some directions. I'm not from here, and I need to get to the corner of. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Alfred.
Well, why don't you think of some ideas, and if you get a good idea, call us back, and if not, tune in 2 weeks and look at everybody else's ideas.
It caught me because this guy's in the red shirt is up there drinking a beer on the screen.
Yep, that's Joe.
That's Joe.
That is Joe.
And I'm like, got any ideas about what? I used to be in broadcast. TV 23 in Rockford. I don't know. Edit me out. I don't want this to go everywhere. And I always had ideas for shows and things like that.
And now you no longer have ideas?
Oh, I have some.
Yeah, we'll share them, please.
Well, having come back and being community conscious and community concerned, one is a call-in format about current events like some of the radio shows did. Others would be like ways to improve community or highlight some of the community groups that are active.
Yep, well, sounds good.
Other ideas would be to, motivational for our younger group to encourage them to stay in school, like a careers program. What do you think you have to do for this job? Did you know that you have to? And then do a quick highlight of all the things they have to learn and all the skills that the job would encompass and what it would pay.
He's gonna call back and he'll be very mad. We thank you very much for that.
I'm gonna see that.
All right, great, man. Thanks.
That's for you, not for me. Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Hey, I love the show. It's great. What are you guys going to do later on?
What are we going to later on?
Yeah.
We're going to replay the results of these phone calls, and then if it,
Well, yeah, I guess I would have to say then just show more naked women, basically.
more naked women.
Yeah, because I never see any on here, and I always expect to.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Great. I like the beard thing, too. That's really weird.
The beer thing?
Now the guy with the beard with the little paper eyes on it.
Oh, the mole.
Yeah.
You like the mole?
Yeah. You guys are good laughs, man. I watch every week. Keep
Great.
it up.
Great. We'll keep watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Right now, hanging out at some payphones. Yeah. This will be on TV next week.
Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Hey, Joe, it's Skid Marks.
Hey, Skid Marks. Haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, we miss you. we got confused with the time change and we lost you.
Oh, sorry about that.
And we were floating in space without our Joe's basement. But we found you, we called in, and we miss you. And new ideas for you
Yes.
to get out of the basement more.
Get out of the basement more.
Yes. And the butt creature, you gotta have the butt creature on more.
Okay, so
And
more...
surprise us with the butt creature. Stick it in the show and don't say where it's gonna come from.
Okay.
You know, like a flash.
Uh-huh.
And do maybe like a show where you stick things in to see how observant people are.
Uh-huh.
Something like that. We like when you really screw with us, but like mentally. You know, like when we're sitting in the basement wasted and you come on, and if you do something really cool,
Uh-huh.
we really dig it.
Okay.
So that's our idea.
I don't suppose you've invented any Joe's Basement drinking games or smoking
We
games.
watch Joe so much, we're always drinking. So, you know, so like we see the butt creature, we drink. So maybe you could like flash him and do an episode called Drinking with Joe.
Okay.
I like it.
Drinking with Joe.
Drinking with Joe.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Are you still on?
Absolutely.
All right. My father decided that he was going to become rich. That he would plant 6 acres of watermelons. And when they sprouted, he noticed that one sprouted further than the others. So he would water that watermelon every day. He'd carry a bucket of water a half mile away and carry the bucket of water half a mile back just to water that one watermelon. It used to be that the watermelon patch was a Indian burial ground. And this watermelon the seed must have hit somebody's head, maybe a chief's head. And it grew and grew and grew, and it was at least 8 feet long and about this big around. And we used to sit on it. You know, when we were resting from working? Yeah. We used to sit on it and we'd thump it and stuff like that. But one night, somebody came along and took a large slice, lengthwise, out of this watermelon, turned it over, and it was green. That watermelon would have been this big around and maybe 12 feet long. And my father wanted to win a prize, you know, a $5 prize at the county fair. That's how much money they used to get when they won prizes, $5. Okay. So when he saw that, he became enraged like a bull. His arms were flying all over the place. He was cursing the guy that did it. My mother got so excited she sent my brother to the neighbors. They called my cousins from Cicero, Illinois, and they all came by the next day, and my father was really enraged. And we had to live with this fucker. You know what I mean?
I get the idea. All right. Hey, well, you can write about it. But actually, you should feel free to speak now.
Speak now? I can't do it. The idea isn't copyrighted yet, you know?
It's forming still?
It's so pure and insane, it's great.
But it transcends description right now.
Transcends description, exactly.
You know, well, that's interesting, but it makes for poor television. So why don't you write us about it?
Poor television? I'm watching poor television.
Yeah, well, it gets worse.
I'm watching a guy throw beer cans around in his basement.
Yeah, you haven't seen boring television until you've seen what we edit out of these phone calls. So feel free to write us a letter. There's an address at the end of the show, right?
Hey, thanks.
Sure.
Hey, what's up?
Got any ideas?
Not Not really. Suggestion. Why don't you put that one
what to do for the show. We want your
British
ideas.
girl more on the air. She's kind of hot looking.
The British girl?
Yeah, you know who?
No, we're gonna
Yeah, her name is Michelle.
Oh, okay.
So you want to see Michelle, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything in particular that you'd like to see her do?
Investigate interesting topics.
Nah, I don't. Just to be on the air more often.
Okay.
It won't come out. Can't believe we're sitting here doing it.
I can do that.
No, it was stuck. Now it's stuck.
Dan, you're stealing their thunder.
It wasn't such a good idea. Oh, gross. Get me away from this thing.
What can you do? Okay.
What the fuck was that for?
A sketch.
Can we break it?
Let's break it.
Ooh, yeah, I was looking at. Up, don't break it yet.
That thing's so rolling.
Good evening, Joe's Basement.
Yeah, I'd like to see an episode where Joe gets silicone breast implants.
Well, you know, that costs a lot of money.
Well, you know, the trick photography that you guys use sometimes. I mean, you could actually
Fake it.
fake it, make it work.
Well, you know, I'd have to talk him into it.
Alrighty.
You think you'd look better that way?
What does he want me to do?
For me, yes.
Silicone
I
breast
mean,
implants.
He wants me to have silicone breast implants?
Yes, Joe's reacting to your suggestion now.
really?
Yes.
What
do
does
you
he think? What does Joe think about the Velveeta cheese sculpting? Does he think that works or not?
What do you think about the Velveeta Cheese sculpting?
What do I think? I think it's just wonderful.
Oh, he's in love with the idea.
Wonderful. I'd love to see it on a future episode. We are big fans.
Oh, you and who else?
Me and all my roommates.
All your roommates? Watch the show regular?
Yes, we are.
Great. All right. Well, that counts extra.
Great.
So we'll see about the silicone breast implants.
All right. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I want to
Get all kinds. He and all his roommates are big fans.
You know, we still gotta put a thing on the air and try and find Chris's ultimate party house.
Oh.
I'm still really curious about what that is.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Every month, High Times publishes the High Times 100, which is the top 100 things in life. And for the last year and a half, somewhere in between 50 and 80 has always been first Chris and Greg's and then Chris and Allison's ultimate party house on the north side of Chicago. And nobody knows what the hell. I've asked everybody I know, even the people who are, know everything. And nobody knows who the hell they are, what it is.
What's it written in?
High Times, descendants of missions, or,